Good morning, students. Myself Shweta, chemistry lecturer and as well as the principal in Vijay Chaitanya PU College, Coimbatore, Mysore. We already know that in the science we come to know that so many topics are there to discuss. In science we know that there are in science subjects your bifurcation are there like biology, like chemistry and physics. You studied previously in SSLC, but when you come back to the PUC, when you get entry for the PUC, some of the students they will opt the science. They will opt the science subject. So in the science subject, in the SSLC, you will study in science. You will study the three topics. That is what physics, chemistry, and biology. But when after the PUC, when you get entered for the PUC, so what happens? You will study as an individual subject. You will study this as an individual subject, as chemistry as an individual subject, biology as an individual subject, and physics as an individual subject. So some of them they will opt the PCMB and some of them will opt the PCMC. There are two courses in the science, that is PCMB, PCMC, and also PCME is also there. So in PUC we come to know that the PCMB and PCMC are there. So now we will study as an individual subject like physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics and computer science. So today in this class, let us know about some of the main things and some of the topics what are all there in the first PUC. So today let me know the chapter that is a very important chapter we will come across in the chemistry, that is chemical bonding and molecular structure. It is a fourth chapter in the first PUC. The fourth chapter in the first PUC, that is chemical bonding and the molecular structure. So you already learned this chemical bond. It is one of the topic in your 10th standard class. In your 10th standard class, you already studied that chemical bond. How the bond will form in between the atoms. How the bond will form in between the atoms, you already studied. So now we will in depth we will study in the first PUC, that the chapter is chemical bonding and molecular structure. Chemical bonding and molecular structure, a very important chapter. Chemical bonding and molecular structure. It is the fourth chapter in first PUC. So we know that how the bond will form in between the atoms, right? So now, let me know some of about the chemical bonds. Got it? Come back to your previous class, the 10th standard. What you have studied in the 10th standard. We know that how the molecules will form, how the elements will form, how and then we come to know that what are particles, what are elements. Yes, we know that. But how the bond will form in between an atom? We already know that atoms are the building block of all the types of the matter. Yes, we are agree now. So atoms are nothing but what? The atoms are the building block. Atoms are the building block of all the types of the matter. Of all the types of the matter. So atoms are the building block. They are most important. So the atom has a very strong tendency. These atoms have a very strong tendency to form a group of an atom. To formation of what? They have the strong tendency to the formation of what? To formation of the group of an atom. The formation of a group of an atom. So that we call as nothing but what? Molecules. We call molecules. So molecules, we know that atoms are the building block of all other types of the matter. So if you take the atom has a strong tendency for what? Strong tendency to formation of a group of an atom, that will nothing we call it as an molecules. We call it as in what? Molecules. So here, if you take an atom, we know that, for example, if you take an element, so we know that how to represent. For example, if you take the carbon, so the carbon having the atomic number, so atomic number 6. So how we represent this 6 in that electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So now you take this 2s2 and 2p2. We write with 2, 2, 2. This 2, 2. This 4. This. The same shell. So we call it as the same energy. So now we call it as this 4 electrons. This 4 electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom. If you take it as a nucleus. Center of an atom we call it as a nucleus. Consists of neutrons and what? Neutrons and protons. So here always the electrons revolving around the nucleus. So now if you take a carbon atom, so this is the nucleus of carbon atom. So here the electron. So the first shell consists of 2. The second one consists of 2 electrons. Consists of what? 2 electrons. This totally 4 electrons. So here this 4 electron represent in the outermost shell of an atom. That is 4 electron present in the outermost shell of an atom. We call it as a valence electron. We call it as a what? Valence electron. We call it as a valence electron. Got it? So this valence electron or the electron are present in the outermost shell of an atom. If you take any atom, so here the electron present in the outermost shell. So that electrons we call valence electron. We call this and what? Valence electron. So in this chapter we mainly discuss the valence electron. This valence electron play a very important role. So in this chapter we mainly deal with an valence electron. So this valence electron play a very important role to the formation of what? To the formation of molecules in an atom. So if you take an atom, so this valence electron play a very important role for the binding of atoms in a molecule. Binding of atoms in a molecule to the formation of what? A molecule. So that we commonly call the valence electron or the chemical gum. We call it as in what? The valence electron. We call it as a chemical gum. Which one? The valence electron. Why we call it as a? Means they will bind the atom in a molecule. They will bind the atoms in a molecule. So that we call another name of the means we also call the valence electron as a chemical gum. Got it? So in this chapter we mainly discuss the rearrangement of what? The rearrangement of the valence electron to the formation of the molecule, to the formation of the variety of molecules. So now get enter for this chapter. What is chemical bond? Chemical bond means what? What is that? Chemical bond means what? So what is chemical bond? Chemical bond means what? So if you take a chemical bond is nothing but it is a force of attraction. It is a force of attraction that it will holds. What it will holds? That it will holds the various constituents like it may be an atom, it may be a molecule, it may be an ion. They will holds together in a different species we call a chemical bond. Got it? So chemical bond is nothing but what? It is a force of attraction. The force of attraction, it is a force of attraction. It is a force of attraction holds the constituents. Constituents, if the constituents may be an molecule, an atom or an ion. Got it? The constituent may be a molecule, it may be an atom, it may be an ion. It is a force of attraction that holds the constituents, together in different species. In a different species is called a chemical bond. Is called a chemical bond. So what is chemical bond? A chemical bond is a force of attraction that holds the constituents. Means which that will holds the constituent. The constituents, it may be a molecule, it may be an atom, it may be an ion, together in different species is called what? A chemical bond. So this force of attraction, it will happen in between the atoms. In between the atoms, there will be a force of attraction that it will takes place. They will to the formation of bond. To the formation of bond, the force of attraction in between the atoms. There are different ways to express this chemical bond. There are so many types are there to express the bond formation. How the bond will form in between the atoms. In between atoms, how they will form? There are variety of types are there to express the formation of bond. To the formation of what? Bond. So if you come across in this chapter, we come to discuss there are mainly 5 types of bond. How the atoms are means they will bind to the formation of the molecules or the compound formation. So in the chemical bond, we mainly discuss there are 5 types of bond. I think you already discussed there are 2 types of bond in the 10th class, that is an ionic bond and a covalent bond. So when you come across in this chapter, the same 2 is also there, that is ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond, hydrogen bond and metallic bond. There are totally 5 in this. We mainly discuss these types of bond in this chapter. So let us know. So let me come to know what are all the types of bond. So ionic bond, covalent bond, ionic bond, covalent bond. Third one, coordinate bond, and hydrogen bond, and lastly and metallic bond. So what are these are all the types of formation of what? Bonds. Formation of bond, that is ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond, hydrogen bond and metallic bond. So these are all the types of bond we discuss in this chapter. In this chapter we goes on discussing these types of bond. So how the atoms are held together through the force of attraction. So that we call as a chemical bond. Under the chemical bond there are mainly 5 types. Got it? In this chapter we come across this, we discuss this 5 types of bond. So firstly we discuss what are ionic bonds. What are ionic bonds? Ionic bond. So this ionic bond is a one type under the chemical bond. It is a one type under the chemical bond. This ionic bond, the another name of this ionic bond is electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond. Electrovalent, another name, electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond, ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So what is this ionic bond? So let me discuss this ionic bond with one example. Then we come to know how the bond will form in this type, that is ionic bond. So if you take the example, I am taking NaCl. Means NaCl nothing but a sodium chloride. The commonly we call a table salt. Sodium chloride. Commonly we call as a table salt, that is NaCl. So here Na and Cl, two elements are present, Na and Cl. So if you take the sodium having the atomic number 11. Atomic number 11. So if you take the chlorine having the atomic number 17. Atomic number 17. So now how to write this in the electronic configurations? How the electrons are distributed? How the electrons are distributed? So we know that how to write its electronic configuration. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 2p6, 3s1. So 2, 8, 1. We can also write this in the form of 2, 8, 1. 2, 8, 1. So now if you take this, the next one, the chlorine, how to write this? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So totally 17. Got it? So if you take the total, how we can write 2, 8, 7. 2, 8, 7. Right? So now how to represent in the dots? How to represent in the dot? Dot means the electrons, we represent the electrons. So if you take the last shell, I already told in the when I start chapter, we discussed the valence electron. The valence electron or the electron are present in the outermost shell of an atom. So here the electron present in the outermost shell, that is sodium, that is what? Have the stability, means Ns2s2, 2p6, 3s1. 3s1. Here the sodium having 3s1. Hence it will, if you take like sodium, Na plus Cl. Na plus Cl. So Na 2, 8, 1. So got it? So now what happened? I am having the valence shell electron is 1. So here 8 is fully octate and fully stable. Octate and it is fully stable 8. So here 1 electron is here, the outermost shell, out 1 electron. Hence I am representing in this dot. Got it? So if you take the chlorine, the valence electron, the last presence, how much? 7. How much? 7. So represent like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electron. How much? 7 electron. So now here what happened? This sodium having 1 valence electron, means filling of octet is fully filled. So hence will donate 1 electron. They will transfer. They will transfer 1 electron to the another atom, to the chlorine atom. This sodium will transfer the 1 electron to the chlorine atom. So now it will become 8. Now it will become 8. Means 7. Before it is 7. So when it is 7, add 1 electron is added. So totally 8 electron is fully stable. Here it is also 8 electron fully stable. Here it is also 8 electron fully stable. It gets shifted. So it will get shift, means it will get transfer. Only the electrons are get transferred from one atom to another atom. Here the transfer of electron, the transfer of a complete transfer. Here I am complete transfer. So where I am transferring? A complete transfer of electrons, or one or more electrons. A complete transfer of one or more electrons from outermost energy shell of one atom, from outermost energy shell of one atom to the outermost energy shell of the another atom. Outermost energy shell of the another atom. So here what happened? Here the one electron is fully, here this one atom consists of an electron present in the outermost energy shell. So transferring to the another atom, transfer to the another atom. So only the electron will get transferred. So here what happened? The sodium will lose the electron. The sodium will lose the electron. Lost the electron. So now we are writing Na plus. So those who will lose the electron, here the sodium will lose the electron. So loss of only one electron, I am writing plus. Means we can also write 1 plus. So it is understood. So that is plus means 1 electron. We can also, if it is in 2 means 2 plus means loss of 2 electron. Only plus means loss of 1 electron. If it is in 3 plus means loss of 3 electron. Got it? So now we have the sodium is transfer only 1 electron. So I am representing plus ion, a positive ion. So here the sodium will losses transfer only 1 electron, means loss only 1 electron. It will become the positive ion, positive charge. So next the chlorine Cl means it will gain 1 electron. It will gain 1 electron. So I represent minus. Gaining only 1 electron. So minus. If it is gaining 2 electron, 2 minus. If it is gaining 3 electron, 3 minus. So it is understood. So it is gaining only 1 electron. So then it is an Na plus Cl minus. Means we come to know that S plus is nothing but here the sodium is losing 1 electron. Here the chlorine gaining 1 electron. So here those who are losing the electron, those atoms lost the electron will become positive charge, positive ion. So those the atom are receiving or gaining 1 electron, it will become negative charge. It will become negative charge. So totally we will write this in the form of NaCl. NaCl. So in this concept we come to know that what happened? The ionic bond is a bond. What happened? Here the complete transfer of one or more electron. The complete transfer of one or more electron from outermost energy shell of one atom to outermost energy shell of the another atom. So that type, on that basis the bond will form in between that. So that type of bond we call ionic bond, or we also call this bond is what? Electrovalent bond. We call this another name is electrovalent bond. Here only the transfer of electron that takes place, that's all. Only electron transfer that takes place. So here in the ionic bond, the atom lost the electron, which will become positive charge. Means having positive, means lost the electron, it will becomes a positive, means get a positive charge, we call it as a positive ion. So in this atom, so the atom will gain the electron, it will become negative ion. It will become negative ion. So this is about how the bond will form in the molecules, or in the formation of the molecules, how the bond will form in between them. So here in this bond, in this ionic bond, the ionic bond is a bond. Here the complete transfer of one or more electron from outermost energy shell of one atom to the outermost energy shell of another atom. Means a complete transfer. Here a complete transfer transfer it takes place from one atom to another atom only through from the outermost energy shell of one atom to, and so they get transferred into outermost energy shell of the another atom. So that process we call thus the bond will form in between the two atoms. So that we call as what? Ionic bond. We call it as an ionic bond. So in this bond we come to know that the formation of ions, that is what? A positive ion and negative ion. Positive ion and the negative ion. So how can we find out? Means if it is atom having a positive ion means it loses the electron. Got it? If the atom having, if it is a negative ion means it gains a what? Electron. It gains the electron, and negative ion lost the electron, positive ion. So mainly we discuss this in the which type of bond? That is ionic bond. That is what? Ionic bond. Got it? So next, ionic bond we also call it as an electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond. So we moved on for the next type of bond. That is what? A covalent bond. That is what? A covalent bond. So how this covalent bond will form? So this same thing. So let me discuss this covalent bond with giving an example. An example. So if you take the covalent bond, a covalent bond, covalent bond. A covalent bond is another type of chemical bond. So what happens? It is in this type of covalent bond. Here what happened? So let us discuss this covalent bond with giving one example. So if you take this hydrogen, two molecules. If it is possible, if you take children, if you take only one atom, if it is possible to the formation of bond, no. We have to take more than one. More than one, if you take H2, more than one. So on that cases only, formation of bond will take place. Only one atom, that is impossible. There will be no formation of bond. There will be no attraction in between the atoms. So always we have to take more than one for the formation of the bond in an atom. Got it? So now we should take the covalent bond. An example I am taking H2. H2 means here the hydrogen having one electron, another hydrogen. H2 means 2 times. Yes. H. So here now formation of what? The bond. Formation of the bond. Got it? So now this bond consists of what? 2 electrons. We call it as a duplet. We call it as a what? Duplet structure. Always the hydrogen having a duplet. Duplet means 2 electrons. Consists of only 2 electrons. Here what happened? This hydrogen having only 1 electron and this hydrogen having only 1 electron. This hydrogen having 1 electron and this hydrogen having 1 electron. So this hydrogen will share with another hydrogen. This hydrogen will share the electrons with this hydrogen. Means here the sharing of electron takes place. So this 2 will get shared to the formation of what? Bond. To the formation of the bond. Always we will represent this electrons and the valence electron. Only this dot represent what? The valence electron. Got it? Mainly to attain the stability. For example, I am taking another example. CO2 different. So just now I told, if you take the bond, how the bond will form? The bond will form more than one atom. If you take only one atom, it is impossible to the formation of the bond. So if you take the more than one atom, it is possible to the formation of the bond. Whether it is where the atoms consist of an element, where a same element or a different element, there will be the force of attraction will takes place in between them. So in the same case, if you take the CO2, carbon dioxide. dioxide. So how the bond will form in this case? If you take the example CO2, we know that the carbon having the valence electron, how much it is having the valence electron? 1s2, we know that it is having the atomic number 6. The carbon having the atomic number 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So if you take the oxygen, oxygen having the atomic number 8. Atomic number 8. So how to represent its electronic, how to write this in 8 in the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. 2p4. So what about its valence electron? If you take the carbon having the valence electron 4. 4 valence electron. So next, if you take the oxygen, how many valence electron are there? 6 electron. How many valence electron are there? 6 electron. If you take the carbon having the atomic number 6, the valence electron is 4. Oxygen atomic number is 8 and the valence electron is 6 valence electron. So now how to represent? So how always the bonding will take place. I already told that in the beginning of this chapter. Always in this chapter we mainly discuss the rearrangement to attain the stability of the valence, the rearrangement of the valence electron to make an atom stability, to make the molecules to attain the stability, So now how to represent, how to write the dot structure in the CO2. You already in the 10th class you know the children how to write a dot structure of this compound. So now let us draw this CO2. So if you take the carbon, I am writing the center having less number. So in this case I am writing at the center 4 electrons. Always the dot represent the valence electron. If you take the oxygen, 2 oxygen. So how many oxygen are there? 2 oxygen, CO2. So for 1 oxygen 6 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So same in the case of this oxygen. 2, this 4, 5, 6. Got it? So now, so what happened here? The formation of the bond. The formation of the bond to attain a stable octet noble gas configuration. To attain, so whether you chuck this CO2, whether they are attaining the stable octet noble gas configuration. So once you chuck this oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you make like this, 8. So if you check this oxygen also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 oxygen. So come across a carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So we can write like this. So like this. You can represent it like this. Yes, CO2. Got it? So how it will form? Means here we know that what about its the valence electron 4 for the carbon and 6 for the oxygen. So now what happened? There will be a what happened in the case of electron? If you take the electron, there will be a sharing of electron taken place. What happened in the covalent bond? So how the bond will form in this case in the covalent bond? The sharing of electrons. If you come across this carbon share with this oxygen and this oxygen share with this carbon, the valence electron. See how they are shared? Yes. There will be sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons in between the atoms. In between the atoms, the electrons are shared. The electrons are what? Shared. But in the case of ionic bond, only complete transfer that takes place. But in the case of covalent bond, how this covalent bond will form? A complete sharing of electrons. A complete sharing of electrons in between the atoms. In between the atoms to form a what? A molecules. To form a molecules. So here we come to know that here what happened? Always here there will be sharing of electron takes place. Sharing of electrons. So now we come to know that what are covalent bond. So what are covalent bond? A covalent bond is a one type under the chemical bond. In this type, so what happen? There will be the force that binds, atoms, the force that binds the atom which is having a same or different element. The force that will bind the atoms consists of same or a different element by the mutual sharing of electron. So how they will form? By the mutual sharing of electrons, the bond will form in between this atom. So that process we call a covalent bond. That process we call is what? A covalent bond. So we come to know that we are ready to define the covalent bond. So define covalent bond. How to define that? So covalent bond is a type of a chemical bond. Here what happened? There is a force that binds the atoms which is having the same or different elements by the mutual sharing of electrons. So that we call as what? A covalent bond. So we call as a covalent bond. For example, I am taking that is having the same atom where the atoms having the same element. If you take a molecule H2 means having same hydrogen and hydrogen having same. How the bond will form in between these two? So if you take the CO2 having different, here this molecule consists of different atoms, different elements. Due to the mutual sharing of electron, the formation of bond in between these atoms. So that we call as what? A covalent bond. So that we call as what? A covalent bond. Under the chemical bond is a coordinate bond. Coordinate bond is another type under the chemical bond. Coordinate bond. So we also call this coordinate bond. The another name of this coordinate bond is additive bond. The another name we also call this what? Additive bond. So this is a very special type of bond. It is also it belongs to somehow it is have relation with the covalent bond. It will relate with the covalent bond, and a special type of bond we call it as a coordinate bond. The another name of this coordinate bond is additive bond. Another name we call it what? Additive bond. So what is this coordinate bond? Coordinate bond is having a relationship with somehow it is similar to the covalent bond. When sharing of electron takes place. So let us discuss this coordinate bond with an example. If you take a nitrogen, if you take the nitrogen atom, here the nitrogen atom having an atomic number, the nitrogen atom having atomic number 7. Atomic number 7. Then how to write its electronic configuration? So 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2p3, 2p3, 4 plus 3, 7. So now what about its valence electron? The valence electron is 5. How many valence electron? 5 electron. How many valence electron? 5 electron. Valence electron are the electrons that present in the outermost energy shell of an atom. Got it? So now how to represent this nitrogen atom in the dot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 electrons. So it is a 5 electrons. So this nitrogen having 5 electron, NH3. NH3, we call it as an ammonia. Ammonia. So now we have to, only if you take the one atom, it is impossible to the formation of the bond. So to the formation of the bond, what we have to do? Hence it have to have the force of attraction between another atom. Hence it have the attraction with another atom. So now hence I am taking an example NH3. So N, I am already wrote this N and its electrons. So if you take this hydrogen having 1, so H 1 electron, hydrogen 1 electron and hydrogen 1 electron. So got it? Yes. So this is the structure of a dot structure of ammonia. A dot structure of ammonia NH3. So now come back to this example. So check it once whether it is fully satisfied a stable octet noble gas configuration. So if you take the nitrogen having 8 electrons around the nitrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, totally 8 electrons. It's a fully satisfied octet structure is having for nitrogen atom. So if you take the hydrogen having a duplet structure, hydrogen always have a duplet structure 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, this is about the structure of ammonia. So if you observe this, here the bond will take place in between these two atoms of this electron. This pair of electrons are helpful for the formation of the bond. Yes, we call it as a bonding pairs or bonding electrons. Bonding pair. Here these are the electrons, so we call it as a bonding pairs. Bonding pair means here what happens, these electrons are bind with another atom. So formation of the bond. So we call this that type of electrons we call bonding pairs. We call it as what? Bonding pair. So observe this. These electrons did not pair with any other atom. These electrons did not pair with any other atom. Did not pair. They are subtle like this only. So what to do now? These types of electrons that did not pair with any other atom. So this type of electrons we call lone pair. We call this type of electrons is what? Lone pair. Lone pair means lone pair of electrons. We call only not a lone pair. A lone pair of electrons. So lone pair of electrons are the electrons that did not pair with any other atom, did not bind with or did not bond with any other atom, that they are left behind here. So that type of electrons we call a lone pair of electrons. We call it as what? A lone pair of electrons. So next what happened? So this lone pair of electrons need another atom to the formation of what? To the formation of the bond. We mainly discuss in this chapter the types of bond. So how this bond will form with another atom. So I am taking here the another atom is H. H having, if H losses, H having 1 electron, if it is losses 1 electron, if it is loss 1 electron, it will become H plus. So here hydrogen having 1 electron, valence electron. So when it is lost 1 electron, it will become H plus. H plus means what? Means it will lost 1 electron plus, only plus. It is a 2 plus, it is a 3 plus, 2 electron, 3 electron. Here I am taking, here it is an H plus, means hydrogen losses only 1 electron. So I am representing in H plus, H plus. So if you take this H plus ion, so H plus ion, so when it combines with H plus, So when this ammonia binds with, share the electron to this H plus ion, to this ion. So this nitrogen will share these two electrons to the hydrogen ion. So hence this sharing of electrons will comprises of only one atom share the pair of electrons to the another atom. Here the one atom, we know that the coordinate bond is a bond. It is similar to the covalent bond. Covalent bond is nothing but the sharing of electrons. So here what happened? These two electrons we know that if you take the ammonia, these two electrons they did not pair with any other atom, we call it a lone pair. When this lone pair, this pair of electrons share with another ion. Here H plus ion. So what happened now? H plus share with. So now it will become like this. So it will share with the H plus ion. Formation of what? Share with. So it will become like this. It will become like this. It will share. Here the coordinate bond is a type of a covalent bond. It is somehow a covalent bond. Then it is a special type of bond. Here the one atom will share the pair of electron. To the another atom. Electrons are shared by both the atoms. Then the electrons will share by both the atoms. So that type of bond we call coordinate bond. Then how to write this in the bond? Yes. So this is how we write this coordinate bond. Got it? So here this nitrogen will share two electrons. The one atom will share it will losses two electrons and will share by the two atoms. Here the one atom losses two electrons and share the electrons with the two atoms. So that type of bond we call coordinate bond. In this coordinate bond, if you take this nitrogen, it will loses the electron. It will lose the electron. We call it as a donor. We call it as a what? Donor atom. We call it as a donor atom. It loses the electron. If you take the hydrogen, it is an acceptor. It is an acceptor. It is accepting the electron. It will accepting the electron. Always the coordinate bond. This we call as a coordinate bond. The coordinate bond always represent in this arrow key, in the arrow mark. Got it? This is a sign to represent. So wherever you say this in the formation of the bond, in the chemical bond, in the chemistry, we come to know that here the formation of what? Coordinate bond. Formation of what? Coordinate bond. So this side will represent where the electrons will losses, and this side will represent that what? It will accepting the electron. Accepting the electron means sharing. So both it will get sharing. Means this side will donor, and this side is acceptor. This side is a donor and this side is an acceptor. See, this is a donor where the nitrogen atom will share the pair of electron, will donate the pair of electron. So here the hydrogen will accept, and this electron pair will share these two atoms. Means the electrons are share this two electron by these two atoms. Got it? So now the bond will form in between these two atoms. So that type of bond we call coordinate bond. We call it as what? Coordinate bond. In the coordinate bond, so the one atom is donating donating a pair of electron here, donating a pair of electron here, the hydrogen accepting the electron, and this two will share the electron. This two will share the electron. Formation of the bond we call coordinate bond. We call it as a coordinate bond. So now what happened? This ammonia combines with what? This ion, this hydrogen ion. Formation of what now? It's the formation of NH4 plus. We call the overall charge as 4 plus. So NH4 plus ammonium ion. Ammonia ion. Formation of what? Ammonia. We call the name NH4 plus means ammonium ion. Ammonium ion. This ammonia will become the ammonium ion through the formation of the bond, that is what? Coordinate bond. That is what? Coordinate bond. The another name of the coordinate bond is dative bond. Dative bond. So now this NH3 will become NH4 plus. Plus overall this it will become charge plus charge. Plus charge. We have to represent like this plus charge. So now it has become ammonium. We call it as not ammonia. The ammonia get converted into ammonium ion through the bond called coordinate bond. Coordinate bond. So what is coordinate bond? Now come to define that. What are coordinate bond? Coordinate bond is a type of what? A covalent bond. Covalent bond, and it is a very special type of bond. Here what happened? The one atom will share the pair of electron to another atom, and this pair of electron will share by the both atoms. This electrons it will share by the both the atoms. That type of bond we call coordinate bond. Coordinate bond. So in this coordinate bond, hence I am taking this ion H plus means here only loss of electron, the loss of electron. Only it loses only one electron. So it will share with the atom N and H, formation of the bond. Here which atom is donating the pair of electron, it will become a donor, and which it will accepting the share of electron is acceptor, and this pair of electrons are shared by the both the atoms, then the bond will form is called coordinate bond. Is called coordinate bond. So the ammonia is formation of what? Ammonia to ammonium ion. It is a very important bond, that is coordinate bond. Always this coordinate bond is representing the arrow. What it is a sign that will represent, means what? Representing the formation of the coordinate bond. Coordinate bond. So today in this class we discuss how the bond will form in between the atoms in a molecule. In between the atoms in a molecule, how the bond will form. We mainly discuss three important types of bond, that is ionic bond, covalent bond and coordinate bond. The first one is ionic bond is a bond that how the bond formation will take place to the complete transfer of one or more electron from outermost shell energy shell of one atom to the outermost energy shell of the another atom. We call it as an ionic bond. The another name of the ionic bond is electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond. Then move on for the next one, that is covalent bond. So what is covalent bond? A covalent bond is a bond. Here the force, the attraction, means here the atoms will bind. The atoms will bind with the same or a different atom of an element. So here the bond will take place with the complete mutual sharing of electrons. Whether the atoms having the same element or different element, here the bond will form due to the mutual sharing of electrons. A mutual sharing of electrons. So next we move on for the next one is coordinate bond. The last one and very important. A coordinate bond is nothing but it is a covalent bond, means a sharing of electron takes place in the coordinate bond. It is a special type under the covalent bond. So here what happened? Here a pair of electrons are shared by the one atom to the a pair of electrons shared by the one atom to the another, and this electron will share with both the atoms. This electron will share with both the atoms. So that we call as what? Coordinate bond. And another name of the coordinate bond is additive bond. And one example of each types of bond. We discussed one example also, and then each type of the bonds. Got it? So the next class will let us discuss the left behind the two types of bond, that is the hydrogen bond and the metallic bond. So I hope you understand this session children. Okay. So please go, once you recall this concept, already studied in the 10th class. So once you recall this concept, and also it is a new concept, that is the formation of the bond, that is coordinate bond. A very important concept. Mainly in the 11th class, this chapter is very important. That is chemical bonding and its molecular structure. Okay. Thank you, students.